this is why people then go and pile up degrees and all of that, because they are desperate for the societal benchmarks of growth.
These are facts.
You know? Because
I almost don't even want him to speak about politics.
Yes, politics.
I'm introspecting so much.
You know what's so crazy? And Penson always says this, and you also said, Pen, that as adults, we are dealing with issues of our younger self. And I think it's linking to this, that the thing you speak, where I was going with the thing of you're an old guy, so call a 50 or whatever, you know, and you want to solve the issues that you had when you were a teen. And it's not necessarily that you are evil, you know, you must just force yourself to grow up. In the context of what we're speaking about now, you haven't, I wouldn't say evolved, but it's still in you to be a teenager.
Absolutely.
You know, people, you know, there's some people will tell you, they're old, man, they behave like a child, man. Why?
Yeah.
It's still in them. So the question then becomes, do you have to switch off your child and teenagehood in your adulthood? Or do you have to try to limit some of those things because you are, in essence, an adult?
No, you can't switch it off. This is why I'm saying to you that this thing is for you. It's for your self-preservation. If your mind was permanently in adult space, you will suffer depression. You might even have a stroke. Because the adult stage is all relative. There is no, everything is like gray there.
I've got an answer for you.
You know, so you don't have to get rid of that, right?
Yeah.
So in mature relationships, the advice that is often given is you name each one of these stages. So you are Pen, the adult. Then there is a name, the Penzo, the young one, the teenager.
Sure.
Then there is Penuel, the ID name, you know, for the child.
Sure.
So that your partner can be able to say, could it be that there is Penuel coming out in this conversation? Oh, but also not just for your partner, for you.
Yes.
I know when I'm being childish. And I know when I'm, then sulking is a childish behavior, right? But adults sulk. So the victory is not in, you cannot take the layers away. All you can do is be conscious, be aware of them when they happen.
Yeah.
You know, okay, now this is, this is the child in me, right? You don't have to acknowledge that. You don't have to announce that to everyone around you. But you know that, okay, I look like I'm fighting. I always say a couple gets home, fights over what sounds like, please make me tea. But actually, it still relates to a long hug the wife gave to a guy at the mall, you know. But you can't say that because that's not an adult thing to say.
Yes.
To say, I think that hug was a bit too long, whatever.
So you'd rather fight over something else?
They'd rather fight over something else. I said to you, make me tea.
Now patriarchy comes in.
So
you
anyway.
know what's crazy? I think sometimes as human beings, I think you must always have different types of relationships and define those relationships.
Yeah.
So your wife is whatever, then one of your friends is just the one where we are teenagers when we are together.
Yeah.
Then there's the ones where we speak about politics. Because I think one of the mistakes people make, they want to find everything in their partner.
Absolutely. So, and your partner will never be able to achieve that. So the last point on this thing is you need to create space for each one of these layers. You know, so go do jumping castle, whatever. Go be a child. Go have a date with ice cream, whatever. Without knowing too much about keto and all of those things or whatever. You know, so. Sometimes people go be teenagers because they'll be like, oh, we are going on this trip, no cell phones, whatever, right? So create space, safe space for each one of these individuals. And partners also need to, once you go into a relationship, you don't stop paying yourself. One of the things that does not happen enough in relationships is allowing the individual the space. Because the relationship is a third entity between the two of you, right? I'm not the relationship. I'm me, and you are you, you know? If we overburden the relationship as this has just become our common identity, that's not going to work.